Hey, it's Jody. I have a new process video for my very first design team for perfect paints. I do a super quick unboxing of all my goodies. I got tons of paint and mediums and tons of 49 and market goodies. Oh my goodness. I haven't seen some of these collections in person, so they are just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I also got a accordion file mini album that is super cute. I got tons of stencils, and then, like I said, tons of 49 and market. I was overjoyed, a little bit overwhelmed, but I got right to work. I am first using the Northern Lights. It is a shimmering matte acrylic. It is absolutely gorgeous. I have, because it is thin and I wanted to use it with a stencil, I added in some Riverstone, and that is a heavy-bodied, water-based, soft pearlescent plaster. So it is also very shiny, but it has this amazing grit in it that I just absolutely love. Oh my goodness, it was so much fun to use with this big stencil. It is a Vicki Boutin stencil, and I knew it was going to come out beautiful. And you know, I don't think too much about it. I just try to get the medium through the pencil. Some are a little thicker than others, and that's the way to go, right? It is just gorgeous. So I use that big circle stencil a few places on the page. I am using a Vicki Boutin foundations paper because I knew I was going to use some paint and get messy. It did wash up beautifully. Nothing stuck on my little cup, and the stencil came clean. My silicone paintbrush came clean. Not a problem. So I was thinking of using one of the medium. Oh, I did use one of the mediums. Let me see which one it was. I think it was the gel one, just to make this a little thicker. It was, let me check. Yes, it was the Perfect Clear Textured Gel. So it is very it's very jelly. It sets very nicely, and I use the beautiful honey gold again shimmering matte acrylics, and I gave it a good mix. As you could tell, I worked it quite a while. Where in the world am I going? Oh, I had to get something else. I didn't want to contaminate it. But yes, so I seriously work it good. I let that whole first layer dry, and then I grabbed a different Vicki Boutin stencil, one that had small vertical lines in it. I love mixing and matching her stencils. They always work so well together. And this one was a little tiny bit messier, I think, because it was thinner. It squeezed through some parts of the stencil, but you know what? I still love how it turned out. I let all that dry. While that is drying, I work on my pictures. These were captured by my little guy. He's currently in 4th grade. He's 9, and he's like, "Mom, can I borrow your phone?" And I'm like, "Sure, what do you need?" He's like, "I found some really cool mushrooms outside." And I was like, well, isn't that interesting? So I let him take it. He brought my phone back a little later, and it was full of these mushrooms. Now, these are big mushrooms. I want to say 6 to 8 inches wide and tall. So he was so proud of himself, and I just love his curiosity. So I thought it was a good idea to scrap them. I put a few layers behind my photo. The beautiful 49 and Market Meadows Curator is the ephemera and die cuts that I use. I don't think I used any of the 12 by 12 papers. No, I just used the ephemera pack of the Meadows Curator collection. They had these gorgeous mushrooms, and I just went for it. They are the most gorgeous things, and so many different things. I wanted a little something in that bottom right corner. I did have one more picture, but I just didn't think I wanted to add a full third picture. So I go ahead and find a little mushroom and put a frame around it. Kind of like a faux picture, right? When you use these kinds of mediums on your paper, you have to use liquid adhesive. And I always try to remember to use liquid adhesive, or because it will not stick. Anything extra on your paper is not going to keep that stickiness of any kind of tape adhesive. It needs that glue, that liquid glue, to really hold on to that medium that's on your paper. So definitely invest in a good liquid glue. Currently, I am using the Artist Craft Glue from scrapbook.com. I also really like the Nuvo Deluxe Adhesive Glue. Either one works very well for me. So I'm adding that tiny mushroom and frame. I'm popping everything up. Like I said, I have some adhesive foam, but definitely the liquid glue, and I am loving how this is turning out. I thought about doing a tiny bit journaling on one of those super cute die cuts, but I kind of like that me and Joshua know the story, and that's really all that matters. I did forget to put a date, so I think I need to go back and do that. But there are some really nice bits in this collection, so I added a couple of tabs, a couple of labels, and it was just so much fun to work with all these beautiful products. I had a couple of butterflies just to lighten it up. A little whimsy never hurts anyone. And then I found a quote that said, "Sky above, earth below, and peace within." I used a couple of different alphas. One of them was white foam alphas, so I gave them a little swipe with some Distress Oxide ink. I also ink around my page. I just felt like it was too clean, especially for being mushrooms. You think of dirt. So yes, so I gave it a little blending mostly around the edges, and then I'm using the beautiful honey gold again to add a few splatters, and I finally call it done. Here are some final pictures. It has been a pleasure to work with all this. I can't wait for my next project. I hope you're well. I appreciate you being here. Bye-bye now.